afterwards, I spoke with Father Herman, the priest there, and I remember at this time being so bogged down in uh, argumentation for the apostolic churches, whether that's from mainline Protestant churches, looking into their arguments, Catholicism, Orthodoxy, and everything. And I was expected he would say something along the lines of like, "Oh, you need to read this book, the Orthodox Church by Timothy Ware," which I'd already read at the time. I figured it would be something along those lines, which is what most people would say is like, "Oh, you need to read this Bible passage, or you need to read this and that." All arguments from propositions. And all he was just like, he kind of thought about it. He was like, "Oh, so seems like you might be on your way to the Orthodox Church." And I was like, "Well, I don't know about that. I'm just curious." And he said, "Well, you should just study the lives of one of the saints, like maybe Saint Herman," or he might have said like Saint Mary of Egypt or something along those lines. And I was like, it really struck me as that is a different kind of answer, because he wasn't arguing for arbitrary, uh, what I would consider like morally arbitrary propositions or presuppositions or anything along those lines. It was just like uh, the fruit of this belief. He said, "Look at the fruit," is what he was saying.
Hmm.
And he gave me prayer beads. They're still right over there, and like a really little icon of the Theotokos. Actually, a recreation of a miracle working icon that we have in Sitka. And uh, that was like that was the perfect thing that he could have said, because I was already so bogged down in hearing every argument that I could find for finding the true faith, that what he offered was truth. It wasn't argument. Um, it was reality, the
Hmm.
reality of the faith.
I just had
And then he
sorry to interrupt you, but I
no,
just had
no.
another interview with another brother, and I told him like that's what Christ did. He didn't argue with people. He
Right.
he just
Yeah.
told the truth, and as God, he knows the truth of that none of us know, which is the truth of our own hearts. And so that's kind of what we as Orthodox do, is we just tell the truth and we show the beauty of our faith. We don't
Yeah.
necessarily engage in apologetics, even though there is a place for that, and there is some element to that. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, and again, coming from a background that was so focused on apologetics, so much, so almost antagonistic, to hear that kind of response from just a humble person, um, it was really radical, not in like a like whoa kind of way, but it just was, yeah, it stuck with me.